I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry for everything. I'm your culprit. I'm sorry for all your suffering, for which I will never able to forgive myself, he whispered as his eyes tearing up. I'm sorry for not trusting our love and fall into that trap. I can't see you suffer anymore. You have to stop here. He kissed her cheeks gently. I know you are going to hate me more, but thank you for helping me finding those coward dogs. Boss, it's Leo. Jungkook smirked while drinking and listening him. And we tracked their location where they are hiding. We have found their secret base. Let's end this hide and seek game. Franklin and Leo, you got away that day, but not now. He tightened the grip on the glass. But how you did that? We are finding them since so long and he is playing hide and seek with us. I really can't understand. Would you both have talked? Exactly, I don't understand. You said you hate Vine just because that clips and videos which sent by Franklin to you, Jungkook smirked. He thinks he is smart, but he doesn't know John Jungkook. You know why he sent Vine to kill me? Way he wants Vine to hate me, and his all efforts were useless to kill me. He wants to use Vine the way he used her dad to kill my dad, gritting his teeth. But how you find this secret base? He chuckled sarcastically. Through Vine, I attached a chip on Vine's gun which has GPS. Bro, you made me speechless. I'm blown. Jungkook gulped the drink in one go before walking towards the door, but Jimin speaks. Where are you going? Treasuring something before blowing their head, he said and walked. He picked you in his arms and stared at your face. You are my world and I can't afford to lose you, he mumbled. I will not let them go that easily, Dad. I will make sure that they'll regret of their birth. They snatched you from me, he said while looking at the picture as tears already built in his eyes. You know, I told you I don't want to be in your mafia work, but look at me, what I have become now. I'm sorry because I failed as a son. I haven't been a good son. I promise you to kill them with my own hands, but he mumbled and a tear dropped from his eyes on the frame. The fire of revenge that has been burning inside me from 2 years, I will end it today. This is my promise to you. You always been a best father, but I wasn't a good son. I watched you die in front of my eyes and could do nothing. And he felt a hand on his shoulder as he wiped his tears quickly and turned to look at Taehyung and Jimin. You are the bestest son in this world, smiling and hugged him, patted his back. Yeah, you are bestest human being, Jungkook. He also hugged them. A killer can't be a best human, Hyung, he said while breaking the hug. I have lifted the shadow of a father from someone's head, and that someone was my everything. It was his deeds, Jungkook. It's karma which hits back. Exactly. He also did same with you. Why this world is so cruel, Hung? Why people sold themselves for few bucks? It's human nature, Jungkook. Also, he works for mafia, being a police officer. My dad was mafia too, but he was my everything to me. I don't care if I have to become beast to get my dad's revenge. He pecked your forehead and sat down to your level and held your one hand gently and kissed it. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry. Forgive me if you can. I know you can't. You are suffering from the pain I am suffering, he mumbled softly. Your father was not a good human being, but a good father to you. It's not your fault. You don't deserve to suffer. That's why you have to stop here. I promise I will surrender myself to you. But before, I want to end them all. A tear dropped from his eyes. He loves her so much, he said while looking outside from the window. Yeah, he set fire around the world but not let a single flame to touch her. Then Taehyung's phone rings and he picked up. Hello? What? We are coming. Don't let that run this time. Jungkook will shoot you all, Michael, gritting his teeth, and he ended the call. What happened? We have to go. And he walked inside. Jungkook, we need to go, he whispered in low voice. What happened? We have no time to explain, come fast. Okay. He put gently your hand back as he is about to move, but you held his fingers in sleep. He stopped and looked at you as you are sweating. He kissed your forehead and removed your hand gently. Why I think this is some kind of a trap. I will not leave them, he shouted and stormed out the room. Taehyung and Jimin and his man followed him. You woke up as you felt a sting pain in your head as you looked around and found yourself in an unknown room. You remembered the last night as you were getting some glimpses. You were a betrayer, Jungkook, and you get up from the bed when a maid came. Ma'am, where are you going? Please rest, you need rest. This is not my house. And about to rush, but a guard came and stopped you. Ma'am, you can't go. Boss instructed us not to let you leave this place. You glared at him. Who the hell are you to stop me? Where's your boss? He went on mission. If you need anything, you can tell us. Mission, you mumbled. I need to go. You tried to walk, but he didn't let you. Don't test my patience. Leave my way. Clenching your jaws, and he didn't move the bulge. You don't have other options, so you punched on his face and take his gun and pointed at him. Don't try to follow me, you said while pointing on both of them. There are other guards also, so you pointed gun on them also, and they can't do anything because of the yesterday incident. Give me the car keys, and one of them give you as you were pointing on them. You are driving fastly as its highway to reach at Franklin's secret base, but then a car stopped in front of you and you quickly press the brakes as it stopped in inches away, and you brush your finger through hair while catching breath. You open the door and go outside and stop when you see Jungkook coming dangerously towards you, and in no time he pinned you against the car. Go back. How dare you to drag me? Can't you understand I'm saying not to interfere? He yelled top of his lungs. You broke my trust again, glaring at him. It's not right time, right place to talk about it. Go back, Ryan, he calmly said. Tear dropped from your eyes and you looked at him. I don't know, Jungkook. I just want the person who snatched my father from me. I will not leave him. Please tell me, Jungkook. I'm tired of all this. Please, for God's sakes, tell me the truth, you said while crying in mess. His heart clenched seeing you like this. He made a feast and he pulled you in a hug as you were having a breakdown. Please. And the tear escaped from his eyes too as he hugged you more tightly and you broke the hug and looked at him. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm your culprit, he said in broken voice, and your heart dropped as you couldn't believe. Please forgive me. Your expression is still as tears dropped from your eyes, and he was asking for forgiveness. So suddenly a glass broke by gunshot, making you to flinch as Jungkook covered you quickly. Within a minute, you see Tae and Jimin cars also arrived. His all man and Franklin and his man. Jungkook take out his gun and you both hiding behind the car. You were just staring him at because you couldn't believe what he said because you had a hope that it's not Jungkook. Taehyung and Jimin came out from their cars before start firing on their tires. Jungkook got up to shoot as many as he can while taking cover. Franklin, damn, stop this. You will not going to win against us, he yelled. I swear I thought to giving you a easy death, but not now. But his mans aren't stopping, also not him. They take cover and Jim and Taehyung looked at each other. He will not stop like this, he mounted to Jimin and looked at Jungkook. Firing from both gangs, some of Jungkook men also killed and Jungkook lands his jaw looking at them. Well, all the time you just stared him without blinking because you couldn't process what he just said to you. He took out his gun, reloaded before shooting again. Young, he said to Jimin as he mounted something in Jimin's mouth. Just get down when I throw it, he said to all in his van, also Jimin and Taehyung. Jungkook threw down with all force just to finish his one-side force as they all got down quickly. He successfully finished 10 more than his puppies while Taehyung and Jimin smirked. You're a lifesaver, JK, I love you. Sending him flying kisses. Now it's easy for Jungkook's man to finish their remaining man, but Leo and Franklin is still heading. Jungkook was reloading his gun, but when Taehyung sidewalked, Jungkook paused before he could shoot. Someone shot the man who was going to shoot Jungkook. As they all look at Swayan, who just walked with her expressionless face and shot 2-3 men and shot on the car's tires, who was going to escape silently, making 3 of them stunned. And when Jungkook man catch Franklin. Oh, Wine, you are better than us. She pointed the gun at Jungkook, making them shocked. While Jungkook's expression are unchanged as if he knew this was coming, she is looking at him with so much hate and pain inside her. I wish I would have never met you, burning eyes and just make him smile bitterly. But I'm glad that I met you. And next moment you hit him with your gun just to make him stumble back as his man and Taehyung Jimin tried to come. Jungkook concerning voice. But he stopped them by showing them palm. You hit him again, but he ain't that weak. But you really hit him hard. Make sure it will leave a scar. But the smile never left his face, just to make your blood boil. Where Franklin smirking, looking at him as he can't do anything. His Jungkook man's holding, but he is satisfied. You are a murderer, you yelled, continuously hitting him with gun and his lips to bleed while he still smiles. I am, and I don't have any regret of killing a betrayer, he said while wiping his blood, but your tears fall. But your face has still angered expression. You are about to hit him again, but he held your hand and he snatched a gun from your hand. You struggle in his grip and he put the gun in his waistband, leaned a little closer. I will give you the chance, but not this soon, my lady, he whispered against your lips as you are looking at him with rage. He is holding your both hands while you are struggling. He slowly pressed his lips against yours and kissed you softly. You want to push him, but you can't. After a while, he broke. He told them to hold you as Jimin and Taehyung hold both of your hands. Leave me, you bunch of dogs, you yelled and Jimin glared at you. Pretty face, not a pretty mouth. Use your words carefully, young lady, he said, glaring at you. Jungkook removed his blazer before walking towards Franklin, sending him dead stares, sending shivers to his spine because he knows what's going to happen with him. He took his gun and sat down to his level. I thought you were a man, but no, you don't have courage to face me. And he chuckled sarcastically. How's that matters? I'm still successful snatching everything away from you. The world you are in, I've been for years. I know how to defeat enemy. Smirking and Jungkook gritted his teeth. He shot his legs, making him groan in pain and dug the tip of the gun in it, making him scream in pain more. You know only Jungkook, you don't know JK. Where is your coward brother, huh? He couldn't speak as he's digging more without showing any mercy. He got up before losing his 2 shirt button and cracking his bones when his Man, Mark came holding Leo as Jungkook smirked in satisfaction looking at him. I will kill you, Ryan. I know you are teaming with him. He yelled, sending death stares to her. Jungkook shot his leg too, making him groan. Keep your fucking eyes away from her. He yelled and Jungkook brushed his tip of the gun on his forehead. What are you up to, Jungkook? Why you killed my dad? I swear I hate you the most, she yelled while struggling, making him shut his eyes in frustration. Because that bastard is a fucking traitor. I lost my dad because of your dad, he yelled. He walked dangerously close to you as Jimin and Taehyung leave the hold, and he held your shoulder harshly before pulling closer to him. Your dad killed my dad with these two dogs in front of my eyes, he said while gritting his teeth and tears dropped from your eyes. You don't have any idea what I have gone through and still going. I'm worst son in the world who can't save his father. These killed my dad in front of my eyes and I watched him dying in front of my eyes. I was laying helpless, he said painfully. He jerked your shoulder lightly before walking towards them dangerously towards Franklin, and Leo shot his another leg before sitting to his level and he grabbed his collar. This is the reason of your father's death, because that bullet is for him which shot your dad that day, he yelled as his eyes turned red. You are lying. My father was an honest police officer. The words came out with a shaky breath and Jungkook chuckled sarcastically. Do you even know whom he works for? Serious tone, and you stood there froze. He works for Mafia King, but sadly he sold himself just for few money, which led him to death. He walked towards her before holding her shoulder again. You were asking me the darkness inside me, right? You looked at him with your teary eyes. I am the son of Mafia King. I am your father's killer too. I am not that Jungkook whom you loved. I have seen you suffering but couldn't come to you. When the reason itself me, I misunderstood you. This is the biggest mistake of my life. I have become the person I never wanted to. He said, a tear escaped from his eyes as he looked at him, his body started trembling. He extended his hand to his man for a gun as he quickly gave him as he wiped his tear before walking towards them and frankly shook his head. You snatched my everything, my family, my love. You wanted to take Mafia King's position, but it will remain incomplete in this life. I waited for this day for so long. You don't even know how desperate I am. Goodbye, he said with his dark voice. Within a second, he shot all bullets in a minute without blinking, making the road covered with the blood. Leo looked in horror as he shook his head. He took the bullets before reloading it as he shot Leo too before dropping the gun and dropping himself too on his knees as he shouted top of his lung, making Taehyung and Jimin tears to drop, and yours tears too, as he cried in agony. He looked at you before standing as your eyes turned all red and you don't know what to say. As he walked energyless looking at with his teary eyes, he slowly removed his bulletproof jacket and wiped his tear before standing in front of you as clouds thundered again. He took out the gun from his back before handing it to you. It's your turn, he said lowly as Taehyung and Jimin's eyes widened. Jungkook, what are you doing? He said, panicking, but Jungkook unheard them as took your hand, making it to point on his hurt. Just kill me already. I don't want to live. Ryan, please don't do that. Please, I'm begging. He's gone mad. Your dad got his karma, he said, panicking. If there is another life, I want it to be yours in next life too. I love you so much, sweetheart. As his voice broke in between. You shook your head before breaking down, and the gun slid a little as you cry your heart out before turning other side, but he faced you and wiped your tears as he shook his head. Why? It came like out of whisper. That's our fate. No one can understand your pain better than me, he painfully said before pointing the gun again on himself. You loosed a hold on the gun as you rested your forehead on his chest, crying mess. You made me vulnerable, Jungkook. Why you did that? Crying mess as he wrapped his one arm around you before hugging you tightly. I can't do this. I never can do this. Crying as he patted your back gently. After a while, he felt no movement in your body as he checked you. You already passed out. You slide yourself back while sitting on the bed as you see Jungkook holding your head sitting on the floor as you tried to remove, but he woke up. Ryan, you okay? And you noticed slowly as he took a relief and Taehang and Jimin came in the room. How are you feeling, Ryan? He said softly. I'm okay. And he smiled slightly. Ryan, I forgive you, Jungkook, you said sternly, catching him off guard. You forgive me? He asked as you nodded slowly and Taehan Jimin smiled. God didn't make me that strong that I can kill my loved ones with my own hands, he looked at you. You touched his bruises slightly where you hit him as your breath hitched looking at it, how deep that wounds are. Live your life guilt-free. You are right at your place. But let's just forget each other. His heart dropped hearing that as he looked at you, shaking his head. Rather than living without you, I would prefer to die. He looked at him. I'm sorry, I should not interfere, but Wang, like this you will end up hurting each other. Do you think you can live without him, huh? You looked the other side. I know you suffered, Wang, but there is no compensation to it. But just think about Jungkook. You don't even know what has he gone through. You know how long he used to cry and sleep and begging not to shoot him. How many days he spent in hospital. How he used to get panic attacks. A person doesn't change like that. Ask the pain behind it. Your tears dropped. Young, please, he started stopping them. Please, Jungkook, tell her how it's feel like to hated by the person you love. He watched you from distance with his enemies. What do you think? He didn't know that day you were coming to kill him? He know everything, Wyatt. He always fears for the hatreds of yours. For God's sakes, Hyung, stop! He said in little high pitch, and you look at him. Jimin and Taehang looked at him. That's what he is. Think about your decision twice. He said and walked out from the room, and Jimin followed him. Jungkook closed his eyes, brushing his hand through his hairs as he looked at you and you looked at him. You pulled by his hand up as he slowly sat in front of you and you touched his bruises, but he hissed in pain in your heart. Throat hurt. As you opened two buttons of his shirt to look where you hit him as he was standing there without protesting, and there is dark red mask, you kissed him gently, looked at him. Why are you like this? He chuckled painfully. I also want to know why I'm like this. What have a magic in you that I feel weak in front of you every time? And you look at him. I crave for you every day. I swear, sweetheart, if you leave me, I don't think I can live for so long. You put palm on his mouth, shaking your head. My heart rips apart seeing you like this too. You are the Jungkook. You are the same person I love. There's all dullness and darkness in your voice. It's that Jungkook who has sparkle in his eyes, which made me fall for him. You said while kissing his cheeks and he looked at you. That's what Jungkook is without you, without his heart, because I gave my heart to you. My life is colorless without you, love. You hugged him as he hugged you back. Don't make yourself miserable, Koo. You don't deserve this. I wanted to leave you because you feel the same pain again and again seeing me. He broke the hug and looked at you. That pain is far better than you want to give me by staying away from me. You forgive me, right? I don't have any choice because that forgiveness means love. Then love me. Make me forget the past. Fill my life with colors again. I don't want to live my life with this anymore. Don't see me as your culprit. Don't see me as your His words cut it off as you kissed him, wrapping your arms around his neck as his automatically wrapped around you. Taehyung and Jimin smiled. You know forgiveness, he said to Jimin, and Jimin raised his brows. That's one of the name of love. Jimin smiled as Taehyung closed the door without making any sound.